Welcome back to Plants Not Plastic. I'm Nikita, and today we're making stuffed bell peppers with Mexican rice. I grew up on stuffed bell peppers and wanted a recipe that could go neck and neck with the classic stuffed BP flavor, but was something I could feel good about now, without meat, dairy, or oil. And sticking with the theme of the holidays the next couple of months, I've had this one in my recipe arsenal for years as my go-to dish for potlucks, and thought it would be a perfect holiday entree for the channel. It's easy to make, full of flavor, and always impresses. I've also taken it to a Friendsgiving and was asked if I could not take any of the leftovers home because they were so good. So here's a list of everything you'll need to make this recipe. I'll also put everything in the description box below, as well as a link to the blog post with some pretty photos and a printable recipe card. We'll start by making our filling. You'll need to make 3 cooked cups of white or brown rice of your choice. I use jasmine. And 1 cup of black beans if you make your own from dry at home. Then you'll prep all your veggies in the meantime, dicing your tomatoes, your onion, mincing your garlic, cutting your bell peppers in half lengthwise, and cleaning out the insides. When picking out your peppers at the store, make sure to buy the largest ones you can find so that you have enough space inside for all your filling. If you can't find large ones, just buy a few spares and use those for your extra filling. I also use green peppers because they're the least sweet and work well with the savory flavors, as well as being the sturdiest so they hold up well in the oven. I find the easiest way to clean my peppers is to grab the seeds and membrane from the base and pull up toward the stem. The center should pop out mostly intact with the least amount of mess. Clean out any seeds and remaining pith from around the edges and you're good to go. Next, you'll sauté your onion and garlic in a large pan over medium heat until they've just begun to caramelize, about 5 to 7 minutes, before adding your spices. Chili powder, nutritional yeast, cumin, paprika, cayenne, and salt and pepper to taste. Cook down your onion, garlic, and spices for an additional 1 to 2 minutes before adding the rest of your filling ingredients. A little bit of sticking to the pan is fine, just so long as nothing is turning black or burning. You'll add your tomatoes first to use their liquid to deglaze your pan, followed by your rice, beans, and then corn. Stir everything together and allow it to warm up before turning off the heat and setting it aside. Now would be the time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then all that's left is to fill your peppers before baking. I lay my peppers out in my 9 by 13 inch casserole dish to make sure they all fit, and then fill each one by packing the filling down into every corner of the pepper so there are no empty spaces. If there's extra filling, I'll either overfill the peppers inside the casserole dish, fill a few more and bake them separately, or eat what's left on its own. Cover your peppers with foil or a second casserole dish and bake for 20 minutes, then uncover them and bake for an additional 20 to 30 minutes depending on how crunchy or soft you want your peppers to be. After the full cook time, we'll remove them from the oven and let them cool for 5 to 10 minutes before serving one up for a taste test. These peppers are flavorful from the spice mix, filling from the corn, rice, and beans, and have a slight kick from the cayenne, which I always amp up by serving them with my favorite hot sauce. They travel well, store great, and are easy to take to parties, for lunch, or pull out of your fridge as leftovers. For how they stack up against an alternative, my recipe compared to both a non-vegan option and a recipe with vegan substitutes, so things like vegan meat and cheese. They're close to half the cost, have 3 times more fiber, and you'll get to eat twice as many of them for the same number of calories. So that's it for today's recipe. If you try it out, let me know in the comments. You can also subscribe to my blog for more whole food, plant-based, no oil recipes right to your inbox, and connect with me on social media for day-to-day content. And don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, give this video a thumbs up, and come back next time. Bye!